Hey humans of the world, I'm Pragya Gargi and today is a Tuesday, which means it's time for True Crime Tuesday. So today's case is about Philadelphia experiment, and this story is one of time travel, teleportation and deep-rooted conspiracy. So be ready for a fun-filled wild ride, and without any further ado, let's get into today's case. Once upon a time, in 1943 actually, in Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, the newly commissioned destroyer USS Eldridge was being fitted with several intriguing devices. These included top secret generators that were said to be able to make the ship completely invisible to the enemy. As the final generators were put to place and the crew readied themselves for the system test, there in broad daylight on a clear summer's day in the middle of the shipyard, the generators were switched on and a greenish bluish glow surrounded the ship. Before the eyes of the ship's entire crew, the ship disappeared completely. Witnesses in the Norfolk Naval Shipyard in Virginia reported seeing the Eldridge appear in their waters before it disappeared again just as rapidly as it came. Hours later, it showed up back in Philadelphia. It was actually an accident, an error in the experiment, because they wanted to make the ship simply invisible, but apparently they had teleported it. Crew members on board the ship reported insanity, mysterious illnesses, burn marks, and nausea. Others were said to have been fused together with the ship, like they were embedded in the ship, still alive, but with their limbs sealed to the metal. That will give you nightmares, yeah. I mean, I'll never sleep again. This experiment, called the Philadelphia experiment, is said to have deep roots in the Montauk Project. The Montauk Project was an alleged top secret government program where a man named Alfred Bielek, who was apparently involved in this project, claimed that the government experiments in 1980s accidentally opened a hole in the hyperspace between Montauk in 1983 and the year 1943, which he alleges threatened to engulf part of the planet. Only by destroying all of the equipment could Bielek and his brother Duncan save the world. Yeah, I mean you can't believe that, right? It sounds pretty outlandish, but you'd be surprised to know that this famous TV series, Stranger Things, was inspired by it. In fact, at one point of time, Stranger Things was to be called Montauk. So yeah, crazy shit. But where did we get to know the story from? Like, definitely not from the official naval records because they do not have any records of this. Which again could have been covered up, right? I mean, why would they want record of it to be on there? The story allegedly began when Morris K. Jessup, an astronomer specializing in the propulsion of UFOs, received a letter from a man named Carlos Allende, also known as Carl Allen. Carl claimed to have witnessed a special experiment in the Fidelia, Philadelphia. Carl witnessed He claimed that he had witnessed this special experiment in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, and he said that this experiment was called Project Rainbow. It was an exercise conducted in 1943 by the US Navy using Einstein's unified field theory to cloak ships and hide them from view. He said that he saw with his own eyes the USS destroyer Aldrich appear and then again disappear while he was standing on the dock of a nearby ship. And then he went on to describe the lingering effects this had on the crew members, which we had earlier discussed, which is rather disturbing. Now, Jessup, he attempted to investigate Carl's claims, but he could not find any physical evidence to this, so he gave up and did not pursue this. And the story could have ended there had, in 1957, Jessup not received a letter by the US Office of Naval Research with a strange report. They told him that they had received a copy of Jessup's book called The Case for the UFO, which had details of how UFO might be able to fly. And this book had notes in 3 different handwritings, one of which seemed very alien to them, or at least written by someone who was a non-native English speaker. These notes claim to have an advanced understanding of physics and extraterrestrial technology. And for some reason, I find it hilarious that these people found these notes which was didn't have the best grammar and punctuation, and they thought that, well, that couldn't be anyone else but aliens. The notes in this copy referenced multiple times to the Philadelphia experiment. And for reasons unknown, the Office of Naval Research decided to publish 127 copies of this annotated book, like this version of the book, which had these handwritings and notes. Why did they do that? I don't know. They were too amused by the handwriting, I think. They were just like, wow, that's some really awful grammar. This needs to be out in the world. Anyways, over the years, the Philadelphia experiment became extremely famous amongst conspiracy theorists. One theory was that this experiment conducted back in Philadelphia somehow opened a small wormhole that wrapped space and time. That warped space and time. I don't know, every time I say wrapped, it's warped. Warped space and time. And it moved Eldridge from Philadelphia to Virginia and back to Philadelphia within seconds. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, oh my god, I'm bad at pronouncing this. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, wormholes are possible. Theoretically. I would personally like to believe a more sane and believable explanation provided by Edward Dudgeon, who was a man who worked as a Navy electrician and was stationed near the USS Eldridge in the summer of 1943. According to Dudgeon, generators were indeed placed on both sides of the Eldridge to make the ships invisible. However, the term invisible did not apply to the ship's physical appearance, but rather its ability to be undetected by the magnetic torpedoes fired by German U-boats. The glow around the ship, according to him, could be attributed to an electrical storm of sorts. He said that it's a weather phenomena in which plasma is created in a strong electrical field, giving off a bright glow, almost like a fire, called St. Elmo's fire. For some reason, this reminds me of Game of Thrones Wildfire, and whoa, I just remember that episode and it was so epic, like so magnificent. Meanwhile, the fact that the ship appeared out of thin air in Virginia and then back in Philadelphia was explained by inland canals which were off limits at that time to civilians, and it could reduce a 2-day commercial journey to just 6 hours. Even though Dudgeon put a very logical explanation to what must have happened in the Philadelphia experiment, many people choose to believe the more exciting version of it. Over the years, the true story of what had happened in Philadelphia on that fateful day has jumbled up to the point of fiction, and now it's considered more fiction than history. Perhaps that's exactly what the government wants. There are those who believe that the government intentionally muddied the water so as to hide the truth of the Philadelphia experiment. I have an interesting question for you today, and I want you to definitely answer it in the comment section below. Do you think that the governments must have kept some theories or discoveries in secret because they feel that the world is just not ready for them yet? What is your opinion? Yes, no? Give me a reason. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll see you the next time. Do not forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, like this video if you found it interesting, and most importantly, don't forget to show yourself some love. I'll see you the next time with another story, another video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.